Lukey Miller, you know I'm trying to import a car.
I do know this, and I'm very excited for an update because last night when I was with you at a social event, you were showing us the progress of the car as it was going through the Suez Canal, which is very exciting.
It's a project that started in September when my life wasn't quite as complicated. So I just feel that this project arriving early January might not be as warmly received.
But it's only a car.
It's only a car. I can always push it into a river.
Don't do that. Is there
Back from where it came, the Suez Canal.
Is there any more admin to do once it arrives? Or
gotta get it registered for the road and pay tax and put the rear fog light. The UK are obsessed with rear fog lights.
You'd like to make your life difficult, don't you?
Yeah.
So what happened?
But in many ways, it's very much like the Christmas period. You say yes to stuff like gigs at the Charlatans, and then when they come round, you're like, this is not a good time for me.
Peter? What inspired you to buy a car from China to import it here when you've already got a big Jaguar?
Because it just wasn't me. I reckon I could make a bit of money off both projects, selling one and selling the other as well.
Is this a family car?
It's big enough for a family. It's got Isofix. That's the main thing.
Okay. And when's it due to arrive?
I think early January.
I would
when I can least use that time.
Well, I would recommend anyone who's out there, if you've got a friend who is importing,
happens to be in the port of Southampton.
No, who's importing a car from China and they've got real-time updates. Japan, sorry. Real-time updates on their phone, and you can watch the car and the cargo ship it's on and where it is.
Yeah,
it's actually like strangely exciting to watch.
It is, yeah. So it's on the Wisdom Ace. It's in the Red Sea. Actually, it's going up. It's just leaving the Suez Canal now. So
probably a lot of admin to get through the Suez Canal. Is it? Probably takes ages.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's off to Barcelona. I think it's the next bit, but it's I think it's just stopped in Egypt. How does that work?
What do you think of that life? Well, it'd be an amazing life, wouldn't it?
I do, because I see them out my window every day. These big tankers coming down the Thames. You do sort of go. I mean, I know you're at sea for like 30 days each time, but there's something quite romantic about becoming completely anonymous and just living on a car ferry.
Yeah, but I don't think it's like the Cutty Sark, is it? It's not like you're not climbing the rigging and getting spanked for being a naughty boy like you would.
No, yeah, you're just hanging out with quite dull merchant seamen.
Or I think a lot of the crew members of those types of ships are Filipino.
Yes, yeah.
A lot of the captains are Greek, I think, or ship owners are Greek, I think.
Right, okay.
But what's kind of fascinating to men of our age is the Suez Canal and the Panama Canal, absolute game changers. I think they're both, it doesn't probably go said enough how much that's changed the world.
Yeah.
Given the topography and the geography of how the world actually operates, those two big canals are fucking unbelievable. There's a brilliant book, a Jean Le Carré book. Is it The Tailor of Panama? The title would suggest that it is, which is based in Panama.
Yeah.
And everything that goes on there. And because Panama have like, they're kind of an interesting country because they're basically, I think, a vassal state of the United States. They don't have they don't even have their own currency or anything. It's all dollarized. And just how it's obviously the home of a lot of quite opaque business and spycraft kind of dealings. Quite a fascinating place, and it's all centered around the canal, basically, which changed the world. I'd love to. Do you know what I'd like to do?
Make another canal.
I'd like to read a book about how that's happened. I would voraciously consume a book about the Panama or the Suez Canal.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't believe.
I mean, didn't like because it was a big part of we did Disraeli in A-level history. He was like he bought a lot of those shares, didn't he? The Suez Canal.
Was that his thing? Was it?
He was really hot on the Suez Canal.
He saw it coming. He was a visionary, probably.
I think the Rothschilds were involved as well. Interesting. Yeah, read about that. Disraeli and Gladstone, just two of the most fascinating prime ministers. Imagine, if you will, Rishi Sunak just walking the streets of London at night, trying to talk to prostitutes about Jesus. Imagine him getting away with that. Well, I think in the same way that Gladstone got away with that.
Rishi Sunak's a Hindu as well, though, so it would be a bit out of character.
Yeah, that would be out of character.